Let's bring in Mouin Rabbani. He is the co-editor of Jajalia and non-resident fellow at the Center for Conflict and Humanitarian Studies. He joins us now live from Montreal. Good morning, sir. Very good to have you here on the program. With all these things happening, Donald Trump keeps on posting about a possible peace. He believes that it's going to go into effect. But still, though, we have these words out of Israel about possible incoming missiles from Iran. Is it your analysis that we have a ceasefire in place between Israel and Iran, or are we still in very uncertain territory here?
I think we're still in very uncertain territory. Clearly, it was the United States which took the initiative to produce the cessation of hostilities. And as your correspondents have noted, there have been unofficial confirmations from both Israel and Iran that they would accept this, but no official endorsement by the relevant authorities yet. And in the meantime, there's a lot that can go wrong. We had these very heavy Israeli air raids on Tehran and elsewhere in Iran, and the assassination of the nuclear scientist, and now what may be another retaliatory missile attack from Iran on Israel. So it's a very fluid situation and very difficult to figure out exactly what is and what is not happening. If you look at the motivations of the parties concerned, I mean, within Iran, quite clearly, they have been hit hard, and that would appear to motivate Iran to accept a ceasefire, whether through an agreement or otherwise. But at the same time, there are also those in Iran who feel that Israel is on the back foot, that its anti-missile defenses have been degraded and significantly depleted, and that by prolonging this war, and Israel, of course, hates nothing more than a prolonged war of attrition, that they can administer a lesson to Israel. And similarly within Israel, it hasn't achieved any of its objectives in this war, whether the destruction of Iran's nuclear program or of its ballistic missile program, certainly not regime change. And I think it's primarily the United States, which is eager not to be dragged into a lengthy conflict in the Middle East, given divisions within Trump's base, and also that it's just not prepared for this, regardless of how much more powerful it is than Iran.
Did Donald Trump sort of jump the gun here by announcing this ceasefire without getting confirmations from Israel and Iran, at least official confirmations, now that we're seeing that there could actually be missiles on their way towards Israel, which could, of course, put the whole ceasefire in jeopardy?
It's impossible to answer your question because, of course, we don't know what was playing out behind the scenes. It would be entirely in character for Trump to have jumped the gun. At the same time, he may indeed have received commitments from both Iran and Israel that they were prepared for a ceasefire, and then perhaps then went out with an announcement before the details were nailed down. It's also possible that Israel, which, as I said, hasn't yet achieved its war objectives, conducted some kind of provocation in Iran to ensure that the war would continue, or alternatively, that there were those in Iran who felt that they had not yet sufficiently retaliated against Israel for unleashing this unprovoked war against their country. So it's very difficult to tell. I mean, from what we've heard, there does appear to have been an agreement of all parties concerned, but it also seems that perhaps the relevant details had not yet been concluded.
All right, Mouin Rabbani, thank you so much for your time here on TRT World this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.